Hello and welcome to Cosmic Readings and Messages for June 24, 2020. It's really early in the morning. I'm going to try to make this really short because I want to do a better reading maybe later today or in a day or two. I'm not quite sure when, but I've been having some weird dreams. The spirits, angels, the universe have been very active again. For this series, the global pandemic, world change series. I've been seeing having dreams of some things that are unusual. And I mean, because I'm a skeptic myself, things that are almost unbelievable. And I've had some dreams and I've been shown things that are pretty out there, and the messages that have been coming through in this series have been confirming each of the previous readings and following the same pattern. So we'll see what happens this morning with this reading. And I'm not going to make it long, so hopefully this reading will not go on for an hour or two. We'll see where it goes, but my intention is not to have a long reading. If this is the very first reading in this series that you're seeing, I highly recommend you go back, watch some of the previous ones, note the dates and what I'm discussing, and also see the intro video to my channel, Cosmic Readings and Messages, to find out more about me, because I'm kind of unconventional. I'm also a skeptic, but my life path has brought me into this realm of being in touch with spirits, universe, angels. I collectively call all three of them. I usually just say spirits, angels, universe, collective. And to me, it's all energy that surrounds us. We're all part of it. They are here to help us, and it's like a collective energy. So there's people on the other side that are involved, but also what I would call angels that are involved. And it's all about love and light and help and guidance and positivity. And even with this global pandemic and the world change that's going on, it's all positive. I mean, even with some of the darker things that they're showing me, and that have come through even on the cards, it all has a positive ending. And it's also, even with the dark stuff, it's all about how we can manage through it. And they're giving hope and guidance as to how to deal with this. Of course, the way I do these readings, my way of doing this is totally unconventional. I don't follow any specific tarot guidelines or the way to use the cards. I have my own way of doing it, and that's the way that the spirits and angels work with me. So I've asked them before I got up to do this. I said to the spirits, angels, universe collectively, and I said, I'm going to get up and do a very quick reading. I want specific messages to come through, confirmations, or whatever specific message you want to portray in a relatively short period of time, because it is June 24th and I'm doing this recording literally in the middle of the night. But I was just woken up by some very strange things that I saw, and I don't even want to get into it, because I like to see if it happens again, maybe 2 or 3 times before I actually bring it up in a reading or ask a specific question about them. So because they may be a metaphorical type of vision that they were showing me, or it could be just an actual event or something that they wanted me to see for a specific reason. So I've had similar dreams, and some things have repeated, but I really want to see where they go with this. So on that, and there's my hand on the table here. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm live. I did grab a Major Arcana card and a Angel card after shuffling them and just threw them down on the table, just so that there was something there. I don't even know what these cards are, but with this series, whatever card has happened to be on top and I just throw it down on the table is sort of the guiding point where we start this reading. And again, this is going to be short. I really don't want this to go on too long. So it's not going to be a full reading. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I've said that before, right? So I'll start off Spirits, Angels, Universe. I don't know what cards were on top, and I just put them down on the table. But these are the cards that are going to start this little discussion I would like to bring forth from you to the viewers and myself. So the card that came through from the Major Arcana, you've given us the World. Okay, so this card is a repeat. This card has come up in previous readings in this series. So the World card is talking about completion. The World is the end of the Major Arcana cards. Then you go back to 0, which is the Fool with the Leap of Faith. So Spirits and Angels are basically telling me again that we are coming to the completion of something. This global change, the pandemic, it's been coming through. Now, I know things in the world are still going crazy, especially here in the United States. We still have protests. We have destruction of property. We have, history being literally ripped down over the past several weeks, and there hasn't been. My last reading was a couple of weeks ago. Things are still unsettled, but the Spirits and Angels keep coming through with this message that we're coming to the completion. And that's what's coming through again. It's completion, and enlightenment is coming. And I've been getting these in the dreams too. It's like this is wrapping up. We're coming to the end of all of this. Something that's come up in the other readings, and the thought came to my mind again too, is that we are on divine timing. So things are happening when they're supposed to. But this card has come through several times. And for the Angel card, it is, Archangel Michael. Okay. Following these messages, you already know Archangel Michael is my Archangel. This is the most important card in the deck to me. Having it pop as being the card, that was on top of the deck and I just put it down on the table without even looking, is very important to me. And the card itself says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you on your divine life purpose. So this message keeps coming through. It has represented President Donald Trump of the United States. It has represented the guiding angel that's watching over the earth. It's a message to you and me, you as the viewer and me as the person who's conveying the message. So it's Archangel Michael who's guiding this, and he is the protector. He is also the archangel that destroys evil. He brings his army. Angels, usually we think of they're playing their soft music and they're angelic and they're all happy. But actually, the angels are warriors. They fight evil. They're helping protect us from evil forces. And Archangel Michael is like the lead. He's like the head honcho. And he represents a very powerful force. And Archangel Michael's right there. I have the little statue there in the video. He's my Archangel. He comes to me a lot in my dreams. So having him appear, it's a good starting point. So I'm going to put these cards back on the deck because I really don't want this reading to go on too long. But I will go back to the angel cards and I will shuffle them again. Let's see here. I am the world's worst shuffler, but there we go. Spirits, Angels, Universe, what angelic message do you have for the world in general right now with all the chaos happening here in the United States? It's continuing. You're telling me that we're coming to the completion of all of this. You've shown me some weird things in my dreams. I've seen a lot of things, and the previous readings you've been confirming a lot of stuff. But what general message do you have for us right now? What message do you have for me, the viewers, right now regarding the global pandemic or the world change? Maybe both topics together, or something else? Is there something important that you want everyone to know? Maybe it dealt with the stuff that you've been showing me. Spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What important message do you have for me to convey to everyone? And these cards are acting kind of weird, so let me just reshuffle. One's not really popping yet. All right, let's see. There we go. Oop, there we go. All right, the card that has popped is Azure. Now, this is another repeat card. And Azure says, your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. And just seeing that card, immediately what comes to mind is, have patience and faith, don't try to force it to happen. This card has come up before, so it's another confirmation. But it's immediately I'm getting the idea of divine timing. Things are going to be happening when they need to happen. Have patience and faith. And it does say, again, your desired outcome, which is everything gets better. I mean, that's what this whole series is about. Everything is going to get better. We're completing a cycle. We're going into something new. We're going to be enlightened. And for some reason, that word is really, really resonating. Enlightened. And based on dreams and stuff that I've been having the last couple of nights, and some very vivid and quite interesting things that I've seen. Enlightenment does fit what I've been seeing. But it says your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. So we can't force this change, whatever is coming, which is all good and positive based on all the messages. We can't force it to happen. It's going to happen when it's supposed to, but it is going to happen. I know there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet. Conspiracy theories, people bickering back and forth. You're right, I'm right, you're wrong, on both sides. And there's, a lot of turmoil, a lot of hatred, a lot of fighting going on. People who believe, when I said believe, I heard the word lies. People are believing lies. And it's like a mass belief of lies. So that just came through. Let me see what the major arcana cards have to show us, because I use them for like a big message, and I use the minor arcana tarot cards for like a fill in the blank or extra information. So let me go through the major oh, okay, one just flew on the floor. All right. So the card that fell on the floor was card number 8, the Strength card. Another repeat. Strength has come up quite a bit, and it, immediately I'm getting like we have to have inner strength. We need to have that strength to move forward. Yeah, I'm just picking that up, all by itself. Strength. Yeah, we need to have strength. Courage, the lion. It also does represent respect, the card itself. And that's coming through. We need to respect each other. Card 8. Immediately what I'm getting here is, if you look on top of the woman's head, she's holding the lion's mouth open. She's got the infinity symbol, which looks like an 8. 8, strength. Also the letter S, if you connect together, looks like the number 8, the letter S. You connect the other parts. So I'm getting infinity. We need to have patience and faith. Our desired outcome is coming, and it's going to be infinite. The message that's coming through, I mean, I'm getting a lot of messages right now. That 8, that infinity symbol, it's really like, I'm being shown it, like that symbol, that shape. I don't want this reading to go on very long, so can you, Spirits, Angels, Universe, can you make that message clearer? I'm going to go to the Minor Arcana cards. Can you clarify the message with the Minor Arcana cards? So I'm going to shuffle the Minor Arcana cards here, which there's a whole lot more. Okay, let's see. To go along with the Azure card and the Strength card, what additional information can you give from the Minor Arcana cards? And this is the one that just flipped out. All right. You gave me a 6. 6 of Cups. This looks like a very happy card. This card has come up in the past, because we're talking about this global change, and there is an evil in the world. And if you go back to my previous readings, going way back, like into, I guess, March and April, there was a long period I didn't have a reading, and then there was more. I talked about this, like, if I envision the Earth from space, it was like a giant octopus that was like wrapped around the Earth. Like the octopus was bigger than the Earth, and its tentacles like wrapped all around the Earth and reached into like all facets of the Earth. And it's an evil octopus. It's black, it's dark, it's scary, and it's in everything. It's in politics, it's in the banks, it's in the schools, it's everywhere, and it's holding people hostage, including children. That came through loud and clear in previous readings. It's like children are being held by this octopus, and there are other people that are trying to destroy this octopus, but you can't just kill the octopus because it's so big and its tentacles go into everything. So there are these people that are like sneaking around in a metaphorical type sense, and they have like weapons, like things in their pockets, and they're hiding like knives and tools where they can dismantle and slowly kill this evil octopus that has its tentacles all around the Earth. And in this particular picture, in one portrayal, I was talking about children, because these look like children in this, in one respect, in this picture. They have been set free, and they've got the cups around them, which can hold things. And they may not even know who set them free, because if you look in the back, there's a person. Now, I know it looks like somebody wearing like a dark cloak and maybe even like a scythe, like it's the Grim Reaper. But the vision that I got originally for this card was this was one of the like secret agents, if you want to call them that, who basically dismantled that part of the evil octopus and set these people free. And now they're outside. Like that house was a place where they were being held hostage. So that's what came through in one of my readings. I remember that because when this card came through, when I saw it, it was just like, yeah, this was that card, because that vision was very, very powerful. The 6 of Cups. Now, the sixes themselves, represent a pause, or like a temporary stop, a little break in the action in all the minor arcana cards. The Six of Cups themselves can represent reunions, innocence, and again, children. It's that whole child thing. So they have been set free. And there has been some news over the past couple of years, and if you look online, you can find that a lot of child trafficking rings have been dismantled around the world, and that would be part of something evil and dark, and that would be part of that octopus. Again, it has its tentacles in everything. So I've been, when I get these messages, I go online, I want to look them up, I want to see if there's any actual ties, and I did see that here in the United States in particular, there's quite a few people that are now in jail, and it doesn't get much media attention. I guess they feel that people being arrested and going to jail for child trafficking and some really horrible things is not newsworthy, but it's there. You look it up, and it's there. So we want that to end, and that's what's coming through on this particular card. And so reunions, it's like the world, because this is about the big picture too. So immediately I'm getting like there's going to be a reunion of the world. It's like when all of this gets wrapped up, and the general idea is have patience and faith, don't try to force it to happen, but it's going to happen. Everyone's going to find out about this. There's going to be, in previous messages, it was basically like information will come forward and people will have to decide whether they want to believe it or not. And that's coming through again. But the world will be reunited. It's almost like a new beginning, an age of enlightenment. And that's what's coming through with this card. And it's going to be infinite. It's literally going to be, the message that keeps coming through is just like, when this whole mess that the world is in, especially here in the US, is over, it's going to be like a new age. And what I've seen, I'll come out and say it, because it's been profound in the things that I've seen. There's going to be technological breakthroughs once we get through this, because basically all of this corruption, all of this evilness that's around the world, this evil octopus, once it's dismantled and the money gets pulled from it, and the money gets back into the world, and you go back to my previous readings, I basically say, as this evil octopus is being destroyed, money is falling out of it, because there's a lot of money in corruption and evilness. So that's going to be, put back into the system. The money will go back to the people. So that's what I'm picking up here. So, there's going to be a lot of technological breakthroughs. There's going to be, a lot of things that maybe we should have already reached in our knowledge, our education, our technology, that's been held back because of all this evilness. That's all going to move forward. We're going to jump ahead. And some things that we actually already knew about that have been sort of hidden and not used, and technology that has been sort of mothballed, people inventing ideas that were patented, or a lot of different things that were just held back will suddenly be brought forth, and it will be like, wow, this is a lot to take in, and it's going to be a lot, and it's all going to be good. It's going to help everybody, and there's going to be some confusion too, because it's going to happen relatively fast. And the cards keep coming up, and the messages I keep getting from the angels and spirits and the universe collectively keep saying, when this turns around, it's going to be like almost like a light switch. We have to get through this period. But once it's over, things really do turn for the better. And some people will realize that they were believing lies, and it's going to get better. I'm going to go back to the angel cards here. With the current situation here in the U.S., there's a lot of destruction, and there is a definite movement to bring down the country and destroy our government. The president, Donald Trump. A lot of people around the world are sort of following this. So there's definitely an effort to destroy everything. So what do the spirits and angels, the universe, have to say about that? Because that's what's going on right now on this 24th of June 2020 in the wee morning hours. And I'm going to go back to bed, but okay, card just fell on the floor, and it fell upside down, so I don't even know what it is. Okay. All right, so this card fits in what I was just talking about before with the money. This is the Serena card. Serena? It's the abundance card. Now, this is for the world. I am the angel of abundance. You'll receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So we are still having some economic stress. In the United States, job numbers are going up faster than anyone thought. The economy is recovering, but people are still struggling because it hasn't really impacted everyone yet, this recovery, because we're coming out of the pandemic. But because of all the other things that are still going on, we're still having riots, we're still having, this unrest, destruction of the nation, basically. People are still displaced. People still need money. People are still jobless. What's interesting is this card is an angelic card, and this is for the world. This is, if I was doing a reading for one person and they were having trouble getting money, this card would basically say that your money will be coming and the angels are going to help you. But this is for the world. So it says, I am the angel of abundance, which means the money is going to come back to everyone. Jobs, the economy will come back, and people will be part of this again. You'll receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So it doesn't matter if you're religious or not. God is, to me, the entire universe, and we're connected to it. We're all together. So God is the ultimate, universal power, I guess you could say, and according to my own ideas, because I'm a skeptic, remember, and I think of things in a way where God is the universe. It's all around us, and we're part of it, and the angels are part of it, and spirits are part of it. And so it's the universe saying it's in charge of how this will happen. And you need to have faith. So faith is basically saying, don't worry. It's going to come, and everything is going to be okay. I'm getting two words that are just coming through with this, because this does say, God is in charge of how this will happen. Have faith. I'm getting two words. God wins. God is good. Evil is the devil, Satan. It's representative of the things that have us attached to it. God's going to win. And the money's going to come back. The abundance will come back. And it's going to be abundance. It's not just the money's going to come back. It's going to be abundant. Again, the economy is coming back. The stock market is coming back here in the U.S. What I'm picking up here is, it's like, what's the word I want to use? Like the things are going to like start over again. Like it's a reset. It's like a monetary or economic reset. And we just need to have patience and faith. The universe, God, is in charge of how and when it's going to happen. But it is going to happen. And it's matching the previous message. So, along with this whole change that we're going through, and everything is going to get better, the cycle will end. We begin a new cycle. It's going to be infinite. An age of enlightenment. All of this good stuff that's coming. The money's going to come back, and it's not just money. It's going to be abundance. We will have the things we need, and extra. We'll be able to do what we want. There's going to be happiness. You won't have to worry as much, because along with this change, it's also peace and harmony. And that's the other message that keeps coming through, that once this corruption and once this evil is exposed and brought to justice, because I've gotten the justice card in previous readings, go back and watch those, it's the same thing. So, this card is telling us the money's going to come back. So that's another very, very good message. From the major arcana card, Spirits and Angels, is there anything else you would like my viewers and me to know about? Oops, okay, this card just flipped out. Which card is that? Okay. This sort of follows that last card. And this is also a repeat card, number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I've mentioned in the past, this card looks kind of like the way of the shape. It kind of looks like that device there in the middle is kind of like the virus, the coronavirus. It's got the little spiky things around the edge. And it looks like other cells that are around it that are getting ready to attack it. And I remember in previous readings, I was relating it to, the virus will be conquered. But the Wheel of Fortune is also basically the Wheel of Fortune. It turns in your favor. Good things are coming. Good fortune. Yeah, it's basically that. Good luck is coming with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is for the world. So everything is turning in our favor. What I'm getting, because this is going along with the previous cards too. This is all a connected message. So the Wheel of Fortune is talking about something that's moving. The wheel turns. Things are adjusting to where they're supposed to be. That's what's coming to mind. So it's adjusting to the point where we're all going to have good luck again. Things are going to get better. And then the adjustment is complete. It's like it turns and clicks into place. And this is for the world. So this is just a reiterating message. More confirmation with this card. Okay. I see this reading is now a half hour, so I am going to wrap it up soon. Thank you, Spirits and Angels, for that confirmation. Since there's a lot of readers out there and a lot of questions about the President of the United States, Donald Trump, I might as well go to the angel cards and ask what card you have to tell us about what's going on with the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Remember, there are a lot of readers out there that are totally political in their readings. Go back and listen to my previous ones. I don't want to really get into this again, but these readings are considered to be for entertainment purposes only. And the only thing I can say is there's quite a few readers out there that are just for entertainment purposes. They are not really paying attention to the spirits, angels, and the universe. They are using the cards and their own political agenda to tie together a nice little agenda on their pages and their channels, which may get them some good views and probably some money in their pocket because they have a lot of views, but they are propaganda on the internet. I can tell you that. spirits and angels have been very clear. Beware of anyone who does readings that basically they tell you what the current news is and what they think of that news and what their opinion of certain people are, and then they do their reading and it confirms everything that they believe. And the word believe, has L-I-E in it. They believe the lies. So there's quite a few readers out there that are basically using the cards and the tarot, angel cards and the tarot cards for their own political agenda. And this is not just in the United States, they're around the world. I've seen some of those channels, and I'm just kind of shocked that they actually do their readings that way. Because the spirits and angels of the universe want to convey messages of hope. They want to help us, and they're not politically motivated. However, the readers can be politically motivated. To me, it doesn't matter what I feel about President Trump or Boris or Putin or Kim Jong-un. If I'm asking a question and I use their names, I'm going to go with whatever the card comes forward and what that message conveys. I'm not going to search for a card to give the answer that I want to portray, and I'm not going to twist that message to fit my own agenda, because that's not how this works. And the cards speak for themselves. The spirits of the universe are full of light and love and hope, and they want to help us. So they're not going to give us an agenda. They're going to give us the message that we need to hear. So with that said, beware of channels that are politically motivated and basically give you their own little news brief before they do a reading that basically confirms their news brief in their own little biased way. So with that, which angel card will help us understand what's going on with President Trump of the United States? Okay. So this is interesting. Let me see where this card is going. It's an archangel, and it's Archangel Uriel. Now this card has come through before. In fact, I think all of the archangel cards at some point or other have come through in this part of the reading, in these readings, in this series. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to a greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So this is, I asked for the message to let us know what's going on with Donald Trump. So he might have some anger or unforgiveness, and his emotions are healing. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So what this is telling me is, well, the president has been under a lot of stress. There's been a lot of negativity pushed toward him. There's a lot of things we don't know, obviously, with the government. Things are changing. People are getting fired. People are quitting. New people are being appointed. The president always finds out that somebody may have betrayed him. Books are being... Oh, well, you know what? We have the John Bolton book that's currently in the news. Apparently, he's, he was fired, and he's written one of these tell-all books, which apparently a lot of people who have seen excerpts have said he's lying in the book. People who would actually know. He's also under, I guess, sort of an investigation that he may have some classified material in the book and it shouldn't be put out, but it's already out there. So maybe the president's feeling some anger or unforgiveness toward John Bolton because he was part of the president's team, and then he was let go. But it could be any number of things. But Archangel Uriel is saying that, I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. And he says your emotions are healing. So, the president is also a person, and he's under a lot of stress and he's under a lot of anxiety. So this could cover a lot of different things. So that's one message that the spirits and angels have given us. Apologies for yawning because it is way, way early in the morning and I do want to wrap this reading up. Okay. What card represents the President of the United States? What card gives us like the idea of which angel is watching over the President or guiding the President? I usually get Archangel Michael, but let's see if another card pops. It would be nice if something different would come forward. So which card represents the guiding force currently, right now, June 24th, 2020? Which angel card is guiding the President right now? Oh, card just fell on the floor. Let me get that. All right. Well, if anything, the spirits and angels universe are, they are consistent because they've done it again. Archangel Michael popped again. So again, most powerful card in the deck for me. Immediately I'm getting the idea again, and I've said this I don't know how many times in these readings. If you don't like President Trump, that's perfectly okay. Yes, he has a Twitter problem. Yes, sometimes he says things that are a little bit rough around the edges, and you may disagree, but you have to take the idea of what he says, and remember it's coming from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is guiding the President of the United States, the warrior, fighting evil. That's what this is all about. And this card has come through so many times. It's not, it's beyond coincidence at this point when this card keeps coming through. And it's come through several times now when I've said which card represents the President or which card is watching over the President of the United States. Archangel Michael has come through. So, and again, the message is, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you on your divine life purpose. His divine life purpose is to be a good president, and he wants to get rid of the evil. He wants to, that's what Archangel Michael wants. He wants to get rid of this corruption that's part of this evil octopus that has its tentacles wrapped around the world. It doesn't matter what anyone else says or what the other party is constantly proclaiming things against him. And it makes sense, Evil hates the angels and hates the truth. Archangel Michael slays the beast, brings the angels. And actually, look at this. We have two archangels. I just realized that. We've got two archangels right here together. I mean, yeah. And Archangel Michael is the leader of all the archangels. He brings, and the angels brings them down to do battle with evil. So, it's that whole message again. I am going to wrap this reading up because it is going on too long, and I really did not want it to go on this long. But I may do another reading very soon. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to shuffle the cards because I'm going to wrap this up now and see what card is at the bottom of the deck of each of the piles. So we have the Major Arcana, the Minor Arcana, and the Angel card. So I'm just going to just shuffle them up real quick and go through them. I'm not even going to look. And, all right, so I'm going to turn the... okay, so the Angel cards, the one at the bottom, is the Astera card. Very nice. This is the card that says you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. I'm getting that whole message again that the wheel's going to turn, good luck is coming, the money's going to come back. We need to reach with our dreams and desires and reach for the stars. All right, let me just shuffle up the major arcana cards. It's a very positive message there from Astara. That's for the world. And again, things are going to get better. We can reach for the stars. And again, I'm getting a lot of messages about like science and technology. And, we've sent, the rocket went up to the space station a couple of weeks ago. We've got the new Space Force that the President of the United States has started. Other countries are increasing their science and technology. So that's what's coming through. All right, major arcana card. Okay, now this is another repeat card at the bottom of the deck. I like this card too. This is card number 1, not 0, which is the Fool. Card number 1 is the Magician. I like to call him the Mixmaster because he's got the sword, he's got the wand, he's got the cup. He's got everything. He's got the pentacle. So he can create anything. He's got all the tools. He can manifest anything. Reach for the stars. We'll be able to do anything. We will have all the tools, everything we need. Once this change occurs, the enlightenment comes, and it's going to come soon. And that's why these cards are coming up. We need to start looking forward to getting back to normal and being better than we were before. Unity in the world, and the sky's the limit just came to mind. The Magician can make it happen. He's got everything. He can put it all together and manifest anything. And we'll be able to do that. Let me just go through the minor arcana cards, and I'm just going to stop here shuffling and going through and just flip the deck over. And okay. I just dropped a bunch of cards, but the card that was at the bottom of the deck is an ace, which are the gifts from the universe. It's the Ace of Cups. And immediately when I see this card, I see the dove in the cup, which is peace. Peace is going to be coming. Again, the aces are gifts, so it's a gift from the universe. If this was for a person, I would say maybe you're falling in love or something like that. But this card also represents growth, improvements I'm getting. It could represent a new home, like getting a new home. But in the case for the world, what I'm getting is it's going to be a new world. Our world will be a new home for us. That's what's coming through. The world will be new when this all gets finished with that Ace of Cups. It can also represent marriage, but what I'm getting is a global unity. Once all this corruption and this horrible stuff that's been coming through is rooted out and people see it for what it is, there will be a new unity in the world. A marriage of the world. And I'm not talking about like a global government or anything like that. The countries will be themselves and they will have their own governments, and but the corruption will be rooted out and people will see it for what it is. The tentacles of that nasty dark octopus will be dismantled, taken apart. The money will be given back to the people. Prosperity will come back. Global financial reset is coming to mind. The world will be more united. We will celebrate our differences, not by fighting, but the different cultures, the different histories of the world will be celebrated for what they are and how the world has moved forward. And it's almost like there will be a celebration at some point. Maybe not like all at once, but there will be sort of a celebration that the world will become a better place. And we will live more in harmony than we have before. Because this evil darkness is also keeping us divided. It's keeping us scared, on the edge. It's in the past, I've gotten the devil card. And devil card is like an addiction. The world has become addicted to this corruption because it's in everything. And it's in the media too, because it's part of that tentacles of that evil octopus. So it's everywhere. It's almost like we're all living a lie. Because this evil, nasty, dark entity, the evil octopus, is so entrenched in everything, including the media, that we're all living with this darkness all around us, and whether we like it or not, because it's in everything. So even if we try to get out of it, we're still surrounded by it. But once it's exposed and it comes out and it's no longer in control of what it's in control of, which is pretty much everything. The world becomes a better place. And people will realize, even if they didn't want to believe it, that the world is becoming a better place. And again, this is a gift. The Ace of Cups is the gift. It's the universe saying, here you go. And that dove sitting in there, peace. And our cup will runneth over. Peace and prosperity will return. And it's being given to us from the universe. The spirits, angels, collectively the universe, are guiding us to this point. Now, as I said when I was getting the minor arcana cards, half the deck fell on the floor. So I'm going to pick up this half the deck, because all the cards fell together. And the card that was at the bottom, the card at the bottom that fell on the deck that fell on the floor was the 10 of Cups. So 10 is the completion. So we have the Ace, and then we have the 10. And this is a very, very happy card. Look at this. It's got the rainbow. The family's together. The kids are dancing. It's a very beautiful scene. So, this just fits in with the rest of that message. Again, the 10s represent being complete, being whole. The 10 of Cups itself represents trust, being content, being with your family. People are supportive of each other. And sort of a celebration, you're just happy. It's like everything is good. And again, everything is whole. It's like back to normal, but even better. It's just everything is good, and it's just a very, very happy card. So that's, we get the gift, the cup, the gift, the ace, and then we also are completely fulfilled. Family, the rainbow in the sky, this represents the storm. You get the rainbow when the storm is over. I'm getting that. The storm will end, and we can reach for the stars. And everything is better again. Wow. I love it when the spirits, angels, and universe come forward and give me a nice little story like that. But I'm going to go back to bed. I thank you for watching Cosmic Readings and Messages. You can subscribe if you like. Ring bells or whatever you're supposed to do on these channels. And I'm going to put these cards back. And I thank you for watching. I may do an update fairly soon, so watch for that. I don't know exactly when. Maybe later today or tomorrow or over the weekend or something. So just watch the channel and see what comes through. And we'll see if the Spirits, Angels, Universe give me any more messages. So I thank you for watching Cosmic Readings and Messages. I'm going to switch back to the clouds. And be well. I say namaste. I honor the light in all of you. And we'll get through this. Spirits and angels have been clear. Reach for the stars. Get ready for that completion. Get ready for big changes and the storm to soon be over. Thanks for watching.